I know from your campaign literature you have some concerns about the military and the U.S. use of the military force. So could you tell me a little bit about your views on that?
For sure. Um, I'm actually connecting it in my own reflection with what our country is experiencing and actually humanity around the world to some degree as we're reflecting upon that horrible vision or that view of George Floyd being killed. I think that was a trigger that's hopefully opened up an opportunity for some hopefully fundamental change. But in my own reflection, I see that we use force sometimes to try to control other people's behavior. And on the international plane, we use our Pentagon military to attempt to control other people's behavior when somebody's making a determination that American interests are at risk. And unfortunately, a lot of the times the determination is based not upon physical threat to our homeland, but rather because somebody's saying that we can make better profits if we could have unlimited access to certain resources. And we judge that as a risk to our American security. And so we end up using our military not as a force of defense, but actually as a force of oppression. It's a strong comment, but I believe it. And I see the similar thing in our homeland when we take the resource of community policing with all of its possibilities of promoting safety and goodness within our communities, when it sometimes unfortunately gets used because of our fear that we as individuals feel to other people who have maybe a different ethnic heritage. And so one part of our community feels fearful to another, and then we have an opportunity perhaps to rely upon a police force. Unfortunately, not necessarily intentionally, but a lot of times this is just the so-called institutional or bias that's just ingrained in our history. And this oppression is unfortunate. It's wrong. And so what we really need to do is to correct our militarized community policing, and we need to correct our politicized, I just made up that word, our politicized Pentagon military's operation in the world.